Hello, a day with Caleb, and we are outside. Yes, it's such a nice day out. Normally, I do these kinds of videos, the pickups videos, inside, either in my room. Not too much lately in the kitchen, at the dining room table, or on the little island, as you were. But it was such a nice day out, and normally, uh, working during the day, so normally I don't have the light and sunshine to do these pickups videos, and I'm rocking a day with Caleb shirt. Uh, don't pull it out often, but I thought, hey, let's pull it out. Bright sunshiny day, birds chirping, flowers growing, and we will show you all the pickups. Some of this, oh, I better watch what I do with the table because we're on a stand. Some one thing from Disney, a few things from Ross, Goodwill mostly. All the movies are from Goodwill, so let's just dive in. Hopefully, I don't shake the camera too much. But this was all at Goodwill, and right now they're doing the 50 cent VHS, or no, it was 2 for $1. That's 50. I'm good at math. Or 4 for $1, I think is how it broke down. So I tried to get 8. That way they're a quarter a piece. But 4 of the 5 of these are still factory sealed. So this person, I guess, just wanted to watch Wide Earp, and then he traded it in. So we have the VHS box set, the series Legends of the American West, Billy the Kid, Jesse James, Wyatt Earp, and the Gunfighters, Cowboys and Indians, the West Remembered. What caught my eye initially is the Cabin Fever. They put out, at least for my childhood, I know them for the Little Rascals releases, which was hosted by Leonard Maltin. That's how we got, that's how the Little Rascals came into our household. But it's such a cool box set. I had to get this, especially for like a couple of dollars. So, hoping to check this out pretty soon. Each video approximately 30 minutes, so that's cool. Then, let's continue with the movies. Well, we'll kind of go back and forth. This was at Ross. I went to Ross to get more theme park shoes because I wear out my theme park shoes very frequently, going to the parks as much as we do. But I saw this cool book, Far From Home. Homecoming, my favorite of the 3. And then, of course, how could you not like No Way Home, bringing all the Spider-Men together? But Far From Home, decent, solid sequel. Probably the weakest of the 3, but I mean, when the other 2 are so good, it's hard to nitpick at all with Far From Home. Solid movie. Then we'll do the movies if I can pick them up. Let's start with the VHS. Strawberry Shortcake, Very Merry Christmas. Now I might have one other Strawberry Shortcake. I don't think I do. It excludes exclusive music video. So, adding to the VHS clamshell stands. That's awesome. That tint's freaking me out because it's got like an air pocket and keeps like shifting. The Winslow Boys, a new film from the director of The Spanish Prisoner. And it's got the old school Blockbuster sticker. That's awesome. Then one more VHS. We have Madeline in Hollywood. And this has got the kind of the old school Golden Books trim, if you remember that. That's cool. Apparently she goes to Hollywood. So that's all the VHS, and now we'll get to the DVDs. And we'll end with probably the coolest one of this set. But this is an upgrade, St. Elmo's Fire. I had that on VHS, upgrading to DVD. Then Broken Lizard's Club Dread. And I remember seeing this back in the day. It's like a spoof film, but never really seen it out in the wild for sale. So when they had it and it wasn't completely scratched, had to pick that up. Such a cool film to add to the collection. This, especially in Video Warehouse, that poster was everywhere back in the day. Then again, another one I don't see out in the wild on DVD, and that is Welcome to Mooseport. I had this in those back in the day, Blockbuster would do these previously viewed things where they had this like slip-on case so you could see the sticker of the movie, but it was essentially a loose VHS that they would put a slip over and sell. I have that, so this is definitely an upgrade. And then that looks like a little, what am I trying to say? Not gift card. Not passport. Why am I blanking on those? I rarely use them now. Man. Wow. That is going to bug me to death. Comment down below. You picked postcard. Wow. That looks like a postcard there. Then the little moose on the DVD. That is awesome. And we did get Ray Romano's signature. Well, our uncle and dad got Ray's signature for me, one for Josh. Long story, but we went to Hollywood, met Brad Garrett at we did an audience taping, Till Death. Then me and Josh were in Till Death and Criminal Minds in '07, but anyway, it was our uncle and aunt's anniversary trip. So somehow that came up, and Brad sent our uncle to the comedy show him and Ray did in Atlanta. So him and our dad went to Atlanta to the show. They had VIP passes, so backstage got Ray's signature for us. We already had Brad Garrett's signature because our mom and dad sat up front. We were kind of in the back of the audience. They got to sit in the front row, and if you're in the front row, you get, well, they befriended someone who had scripts of the episode and they didn't want, so me and Josh got the scripts, ran up front, got as many signatures as we could from the cast, and that is a rabbit trail. But anyway, welcome to Mooseport. That's an upgrade, and most of those videos or stories are up on my channel. I talk about the background we've done before, celebs I've met. probably part 1 or part 2, because that was way back in the day. Then we have, you can read it, I'm not, I don't like to cuss too much anyway, but this is an upgrade as well from VHS. Then the Life Aquatic, the Criterion Collection, and you can see there that it is signed by the director. That's obviously a printed signature, but very cool nonetheless. And it is the Criterion release. I think it, yeah, 2 discs. Then there's this big like map thing too. But that is such a cool release. And I didn't mention this, but DVDs were $1 at Goodwill. So I got this beautiful Criterion for $1. And I had this, I think, a loose disc. So that's technically an upgrade. Speaking of loose disc, Josh, it's been a couple months now, but recently, our last trip, not our latest trip, but 2 or 3 trips ago, we went to Orlando, and the Horror Makeup Show had movies for sale. It said featured in the Horror Makeup Show, and they sold some movies, one of those being The Mummy. And since I technically didn't need it because I had that variation, it was the 2017 re-release of The Mummy. Technically didn't need it. It would have been cool to have or bought The Mummy from the Universal Horror Makeup Show gift shop. That would have been cool. But maybe next trip, not one of the next trips, maybe I can find one. But he had it loose, so of course he needed it more than I did, since I have pretty much every Mummy variation. But this is I think this is the like 04, 05 release. Obviously didn't come with the artwork, but it came with the digital copy. Let's see if it says, I don't see a year, but that would be my guess. So got that loose. Pretty cool just to have a loose Mummy disc, since I have, a lot of the variations, and Sav helps me out with that, and Pamela. I've got a few variations from her. Then we end with kind of the non-movie stuff. This again is from Ross, and this is Kenner back in the day, so kind of a retro Kenner look with Wolverine. And then if you don't remember, there used to be little cutouts with the toys, kind of like you could treat it as a trading card. Back in the day, JLA, Justice League, they would have these cutouts, and they would have the stand at the bottom, so you could attach the character and then put that cutout in the back. It was a comic cover type deal, but had to pick this up about $3 or $4, I think. And then it has a little description of Wolverine. And then I have a trading card back in the day. Cracker Jack would do trading cards. I have kind of this retro, the brown and yellow trading card, so that's cool. Then at Ross, we got, of course, Golden State Warriors hat, and I love this design. Kind of the gray and the black emblem there. Golden State Warriors logo, and this is a soft material too. Then the Warriors on the back, and it has the color scheme in the on the hat there in between. And this is put out by Ultra Game NBA, so that is very cool. I needed a hat to go to the Universal Parks, and of course, cheering on my Warriors in the playoffs. So we end with this. I don't think I showed this off with our MegaCon. I didn't do a park video when we went to MegaCon, but we did go to the parks, and I think mostly Universal, but we did go to Magic Kingdom one day, and I had to get this Mr. Toad's Wild Ride popcorn bucket, and it pops open in the back there. That's very cool. I do miss our Wild Ride attraction. If you don't know, Disneyland still has their single-sided Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, but in Magic Kingdom, we had two sides, two different experiences for Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. They're kind of both in Disneyland's version, but we have longer scenes and some different scenes depending on which side you would go. Love that as a kid, riding it. A little scary at times, our versions, but very cool nonetheless. Actually, Winnie the Pooh replaced it, and as you go through the doors, you can see Mr. Toad handing the deed off to Al. And Winnie the Pooh, decent attraction, but I do miss our Wild Ride version at Magic Kingdom. So cool to have the bucket to kind of commemorate that. And that was everything we picked up this time. Like, subscribe, share with a movie lover. Until next time, go Warriors, and keep collecting.